Shalom Aleichem, everybody. Today I want to talk about realizing the godly potential. Having the ability to uncover the godly spark within everything and bringing it out and expanding the holiness within everything. This connects to the new month. In Judaism, we celebrate the new month. It's called Rosh Chodesh, the head of the month. It's a festive day. It's an exciting day. We say the Hallel prayer. We try to have a meal. We try to wash and eat a festive meal. We try to wear nicer clothes. We try to be happy. There's a lot of different things we do on Rosh Chodesh. But so why do we celebrate when the month is at its? We celebrate the head of the month when there's just a dot of the moon that's shining, the reflection of the moon, the shining of the moon. We only see a little dot when it's at its smallest point. But nonetheless, there's a point there. Why do we celebrate that rather than when the month is at its fullest point? Should we celebrate it when it's at its fullest point? It's at the peak. No, we celebrate it when it's just beginning. Why? To show the potential. When something is just a little point, that's showing its birth. They're showing the potential there. And that's why we celebrate the new month, because we want to show we're celebrating the potential. We're not when something is big and large, okay, it's what it is. But when something's just a little point and there's a sense of innocence to it, a sense of freshness to it, you realize the potential within it. And that's the Jewish people are compared to the moon, because the moon, for multiple reasons, the moon only reflects the light of the sun. It doesn't shine its own light. So to the Jewish people, we don't shine our own light. We reflect the light of God. We're not something special of our own. Rather, we're special because we belong to God and we reflect Hashem. So to another reason we celebrate the new month, because just when you think the moon is gone, just when you think it's completely covered up, boom, comes back again. That's like the Jewish people. Just when you think we're down and out, we come right back, Baruch Hashem, with the help of our Creator. And so we have to realize that we have infinite potential. Everyone who's been put on this earth has infinite potential to serve God. And this is obviously, I'm talking from a Jewish perspective, this is through Torah and mitzvahs. And if one is a Gentile, a non-Jew, they could be a righteous Gentile through fulfilling the 7 laws of Noach, connecting to the Creator and making the Creator proud and bringing the Messiah by doing that. And so through the Torah, we know that the Torah is infinite. And so a person has infinite potential. We have free will, meaning it's up to us to decide how much we want to connect to God, how far are we willing to go for God, how much are we willing to dedicate ourselves and delve into God's Torah. At first glance, a person at first glance could see just the surface of it, and they could find it interesting, but they'll not. But if a person really wants to connect to God Himself, they really want to reach their inner spiritual potential. They have to dig. They have to push themselves, because we know that a person. You learn this from people in the army. They say when a person feels tired, they're really only 50% of the way there. So how much more so in a spiritual state? When a person thinks, I feel stagnant spiritually, they just have to dig even deeper, and they'll reach the water. Like when you're digging, finally you reach the water. So the Torah is infinite. Our soul is a piece of God. No matter how high somebody is spiritually, they could always get higher, because Hashem is beyond infinite. So a person can never be satisfied, because no matter how holy a person is, they could always reach a higher level because Hashem is beyond infinite. So there's always infinite more room to grow towards Him. So a way to access this is through humility, through something called bittul, nullifying oneself. How could it be that we are finite? How can we exist in the same scenario as infinite? How can infinite and finite exist together? How can these two opposites exist together? And the answer we get is when the finite being, when we nullify ourselves, when we surrender ourselves to Hashem, who's beyond infinite, then when we don't have any of ourselves, so to speak, left, meaning we don't see ourselves as something separate, rather we're just a part of God, we surrender ourselves, then we can exist within the context of infinite. So meaning, how could we exist? How could we bond ourselves to Hashem? By surrendering to Him, by being bittul, by being humble, by being completely subservient to God. Then we could reach our full potential. It's like a car. We're like the vehicle. We're nothing of our own, but us, since we have the free will, if we surrender to God, we're like a vehicle for godliness. So a vehicle a vehicle, when do you have a good vehicle? When it's completely subservient to the driver. If the vehicle is doing its own things, it's a dangerous vehicle. No one's going to buy that car. But if the car is completely responsive to the driver, then that's a good car. That's a car worth investing in. So to us, in Hashem's eyes, when we are bittul to God, when we're surrendered to God and we're responding to what He wants from us, His Torah, His commandments, His will, then we become a vehicle He wants to invest in. So God bless you all. May we all become vehicles. May we become chariots of God. May we do His will. May we make Him happy. And that is how we will truly reach our potential, by cleaving to God Himself. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a great day.